Today we see the fruits of Motor Trend's recent exclusive visit to the Gigafactory, and they do not disappoint. We learn what the Musk Doctrine is, and we have our WTF Moment of the Day. Here are your Tesla tidbits for May 10th, 2016. First up, Motor Trend's Joy of Sex video. Now, if you watch the original coverage the day of the event, you've seen most of this video already, but the title kind of gives a little bit more away, as they actually had some time with the Model S and the Model X as well. Now, any chance to see the Model 3 in motion at all, let alone with its S and X siblings, is always worth your time. But you get a really in-depth critique of the exterior of the Model 3 from Kim Reynolds, who we'll hear more from later. And then he also gives us an overview of the changes to Model S as well. Overall, that video is definitely worth your time. I really recommend having a look at it. Second up, we get an in-depth article, a bit of a hodgepodge of what else they learned while they were there. Motor Trend's Tom Gale and Art Center College of Design instructor Tom Hunsinger critiqued the exterior of the car nose to rear, just like we kind of had from Kim in the earlier story. Both men appear to love what Tesla's done with the form as well as the function. Kim then speculates on the specs of the car, and finally Brian Vance gives us some mostly already known information about the Gigafactory itself. Story 3 sees a second ride review. We're back to Kim as he recaps his story of the Model 3 reveal night and his test ride experience. Now, while I always enjoy stories of the test drives from the reveal night, the article is more important to me as it has one of the very few good shots I've seen of the interior, especially that gorgeous 15-inch panel in the center of the car. Story 4 brings us the Musk Doctrine. Website Automotive News brings us a story on what they call the Musk Doctrine. And simply, this is a story of setting impossible goals to get more out of your employees. We see the story then take some thoughts about how this might burn out the employees at the factory, or how it really could drive them to produce more than they may already have. But we hear about stock doubters all the time, but the capstone of this particular story relates the story of a stock analyst who warns of the risks to new investment and keeps a neutral rating on the stock, while he simultaneously doubles his own forecast for 2020 Tesla sales, and actually higher than Musk's original 2020 target, as a result of the recent earnings call. And lastly, we have today's WTF moment from Reddit user Redibo, regaling us of the story of driving down a desolate Las Vegas highway when his autopilot just ceased and warned him to immediately take the wheel. Upon further inspection, after pulling into a gas station, let's just drink in that irony for a moment, and revealing that he has smashed a moth that is of ginormous proportions. Definitely check out the link in the description of the podcast here to see the picture of that guy, because it's something else. That's it for today. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow. Until then, charge it up and hit the road.